Hi guys, a small test for you just for checking the stabilization of the OnePlus 5. So OnePlus 5 has got the new firmware update 4.5.7 and it brings one of the best feature. It is EIS stabilization on the 4K. So I made a video long back, I guess a month back. We tested against the Galaxy and the Pixel on the many frame rates like 1080p 30 fps, then 60 fps, and the 4K. So up to 1080p 30 fps they all work fine. Beyond that, OnePlus 5 is so crappy, and the Google Pixel and the Galaxies, obviously they were showing one of the smoothest stimulation they can get that. But I made that video yesterday about the firmware check compared to the 3 and 3T. So the EIS on the 4K and the 4K for the OnePlus 5 is now really very stable. Now to check it really whether it is great or not, so just compare it with the Galaxy and this Pixel, because obviously they are the best camera as of now. So guys, let's get started and do some stabilization test between three devices and see whether still OnePlus 5 is really a mid-range flagship killer on the stabilization with the comparing the best camera phones right now. Since the Galaxy comes with both the OIS and the EIS, so something I want to try guys in this video. So if you just go inside the setting of the camera, you can see there is an entry called as a tracking out of focus, which shows that focus on and track a subject selected to the previous screen. That means you can manually focus or tap to focus on something to increase the sharpness or more focus on a particular object. Now once you turn that on, you can see there is an entry called as a video stabilization that gets disabled. So I presume that this is something with the EIS. That means you can do it on and off. So how you can turn that on? So once you disable tracking AF, that means your EIS is turned on. So all of the previous video I'm going to show you, they are with the video stabilization turned on, and I'm going to try this time with the tracking out of focus, and I'm assuming that this thing will disable EIS, but eventually this will increase the clarity of the video. So on the latest video that I'm going to show you guys here, this is with the tracking out of focus turned on. Okay guys, let's start. So this one you can see it is 1080p 30 fps film, the very first firmware for the OnePlus 5 4.5.0. Galaxy S8 and Google Pixel are on the same stuff. Google Pixel was running that time Android Nougat, and this time now it is running Android O. This is only changing, and then but camera is everything same versions here. So Galaxy S8 you can see that is slightly toward cooler side, Pixel and OnePlus 5 toward the natural, and it's slightly warmer because environment is nowadays not such a beautiful, even though it rains after that. So let's move to the new firmware. This is 1080p 30 fps just with the latest one. Notice how the quality of all the phone changes. So I didn't see much difference in terms of quality, just the environment weather effects are little bit changed. And onto the Galaxy S8, it is just having only the OIS turned on, that is we have disabled the EIS. So that proves that whatever settings we have saw that was actually for controlling the EIS settings. So make sure to turn that on always in case you're doing filming. Otherwise for regular, if you're just sitting and taking photos, videos, so turn that tracking AF turned on. OnePlus 5, Google Pixels, nothing too much change. 30 fps everything looks fine. Now we are going to increase the frame rate. So this is the old frame rate 1080p 60 fps. So now we can see that Galaxy S8 is having both the OIS EIS turned on, doing great job. Google Pixel is very smooth, so post-processing results are always very great. So what you're seeing during filming with the phone on the EIS was going to be much more different. OnePlus 5, so earlier also was not too great, once having this EIS even turned on. So you can see that the cloud dynamic range is very great on OnePlus 5. It's not changing at all. So this is now the latest firmware 1080p 60 fps and OnePlus 5 4.5.7. so looks like OnePlus has not done any change on this firmware on the 1080p 60 fps. That means they are just working on just 30 fps. Maybe in the future upgrade they will increase the code and change the code maybe to increase the more frame rates. Galaxy S8 with just OIS is a little bit of shaky because software job is not being done now, just with the hardware. This is the second place, and third place on OnePlus 5. Top is the Google Pixel XL is doing wonderful job. Now we are going to test the main on the 4K. This is the old 4K 30 fps. So you can see that Galaxy S8 with both the OIS EIS turned on, doing wonderful job. And just notice that OnePlus 5 color is now a little bit more dull in comparing with the Google Pixel XL on the 4K. That is what I can say that I did notice that. Earlier it was just same to the Pixel and OnePlus 5. Galaxy S8 is slightly more exposed but looks cool, since this is just what I can say that is nice. So now we are going to move to the next firmware, so where the latest OnePlus 5 is in the 4.5.7. So this is guys the moment of truth that we are talking about. So since this is just only OIS on the Galaxy S8, little bit of shakies can be expected, but photos looks much clearer. OnePlus 5, Google Pixel, now just compare, they looks very super sharp. So the new firmware brings again the quality improvement on the 4K. What we saw on the OnePlus 5 on the earlier comparison, you can see that OnePlus 5 was a little bit dull, but now this is improved and just comparable to the Pixel. Maybe on the computer or the big screen, if I watch something, I might see some difference, but here on the phone screen, I'm not able to see much difference at all. So just notice the birds and all the stuff that are flying. So focus is also very great in the 4K now, but the stabilization is really very smooth. Now, one thing I wanted to check here, guys, if I run, so what will happen on the EIS and the OIS. So I know that OIS is going to be a little bit more shaky because this is practical hardware, and OIS, let's see, sorry, the EIS, so I'm just going to a little bit run here. So looks to me both OnePlus 5, Google Pixel is doing great job on the EIS, and Galaxy S8 little bit shaky just on the OIS. So this is your test, guys. So guys, there you have it. Let me know in the comments which one do you think is still performs better. So I really don't like the OnePlus 5 for the stabilization now. I'm not going to say what is my view, because post processing may be different. So please let me know in the comment what do you think, OnePlus 5 really improved or not. So they still have to work hard on 1080p 60 fps. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. This is Saurabh. I'll talk to you very soon. Have a great day.